There we go. Live, 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 live. All right, cool. So, I'm talking about how to use other people's money to make yourself rich. First of all, let me just say if you're watching this replay, I appreciate you watching the replay. I know some of you can't join me when I'm live, but you guys watch the replay from all over the world, from Greece, from Sri Lanka, from Australia, from the US. Shout out to Guyana, shout out to Suriname, shout out to Jamaica. You guys are watching from the USA, from Canada, from anywhere in Europe. You guys are amazing. Shout out to all of you guys. So, how to actually use people's money to make yourself rich. By the way, I'm going to be live for a while. So then if you're watching the replay, I'm going to make sure that you're getting value right up front. But then also I'm going to get into some stories and tell you guys, some updates on what's going on in my life. We go live, we talk, we talk. You guys are an amazing community. So, seems that there's some, let me make sure that you guys are clean there. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. Uh, uh, oh, we're on the porch, by the way. This is my view. That's the beach over there. Over there. And yeah. So having a great time. I'm in Grenada, in case you didn't know. Having just a really fantastic time. All right, so let's talk, shall we? Um, so how to use other people's money to make yourself rich? So using other people's money to make yourself rich comes down to this. Banks are to help you make money. They're not to just put you in debt and give you student loans and help you finance a car. They have money, and the way that banks make money is that they need to give you money to make money. This is true in every single country. Banks need to give money to make money. They need to give money on home loans. They need to give money on car loans. They need to give money to businesses. They need to give people money so that they can use that money to make more money. That's how banks work. And so banks really are trying to give you money in every single place on the planet. Literally, think about this. If you are someone who can turn $100,000 into $200,000, banks want to give you money. If you can turn a million into two, banks want to give you money. So then all you need to do is figure out, okay, what can I do to turn a million into 2 million, 100 into 200, $50,000 into $100,000? And then anywhere in the world that you go, banks are going to line up to give you money. Why? I know this because I do this, right? We're approaching $500,000 in credit limit. And I will tell you, it's really because I know how to generate money. And so when the banks give me money, I increase that money and then pay them back. And then I keep the asset for myself, right? So then all you're figuring out how to do is how to make more money and then get the banks to give you money. This is true. Okay. Oops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. You guys slip in there. I got you. I got you, baby. Don't worry. All right. So then all you're trying to figure out how to do is to get more money. Okay. What's up? What's up? Deborah, how you doing? Oh, I think it's actually Ethan, right? Did I remember that correctly? Is it Ethan? Fantastic. Okay, I think I got it right. Okay. So we're talking about how to use other people's money to make yourself rich, right? Got you. Got you, Ethan. So how to use other people's money to make yourself money. You can also borrow money from your family. Now, this isn't open to everybody, but I'm actually showing you different ways because I was able to do this. I'm actually giving game for free today before we get into some, less formal stuff. But I want to make sure that you guys get value this morning, which is why I'm giving you some game for free. So then you have a family member. They have $10,000. They have a 401k. They have a retirement account. You say, hey, your money is probably getting 5%. What if I showed you that if I put it into this real estate deal, if I put it into this online business, if I put it into this YouTube thing, it could actually make you more than 5%. It could make you 25% in the year. It could make you 50%. That's four times more. That's five times more. That's 10 times more than what you would make if it just sat there. And then you have to show them the data, you have to show them the projection, and you do your research, right? And then you show them the entire presentation. This is how you get money from people or from banks. You show them what you can do, right? You show them what your plan is. You go in there, you show them what your plan is, or you do it and then show them what you're making with little money, and then say if they added your money, you'd have this much to work with. So instead of this, it would just be all of this. Now you're moving all of this, and now you're making more money, so you can actually get more returns. That's what you need to show them. So then, when I started, before I even had credit, I started a business using my own pockets, using my own didn't disturb the call. Let me put this on do not disturb so that people don't disturb us. Are we talking? So then I was making 10K, 15K, something a month. And I said to the bank, okay, if you give me more money, I can actually take this business to 100K per month. So then I just need you to help me get there because it's going to take me maybe 20 years, 10 years to get there. But then if you give me your money, I'll get there in two. So then that's what I did. I went to the bank and said, hey, how can we, how can you give me money at a reasonable rate that would allow me to scale faster? I'm obviously going to pay you, but you're giving me money to scale. It's the same thing. You go to your banks, you go to your family members, you go to a friend, you go to a community. You can even go online. Do you know that you can raise funds through crowdfunding? Crowdfunding.com is going to help you raise money to start your business, to start whatever project. The excuse that you don't have enough money today just doesn't work. Access to capital is one of the biggest excuses that entrepreneurs give me of why they can't start their business, why they can't grow. Well, you need money to make money. But then people are trying to give money away to good people, to good ideas. It's so hard to give money away. I'm telling you now, me finding good people, good places to put more money gets harder the more money that you make. Because you realize, for example, I don't look at deals that give me $500 a month anymore. It has to return, at least two, 3,000, $5,000 for me to even look at it because $500 is just not worth it. So then that eliminates so many things. I'm not trying to earn $250 from a deal. I'm trying to earn 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month. That makes more sense to me. And so then that eliminates so many deals that are not able to do that. So if you are able to actually show how you can deliver 4 grand a month, 5 grand a month, 10 grand a month, 25%, 50%, 20%, 18%, you will be in a much better position to actually get money from banks. Okay, so then with that said, now you might be thinking, okay, now I have a problem. I don't know what gets people 18%, 25% per month. I don't know how to actually earn 10K a month. This is good news. This is a problem because exactly what I just said is something that you can Google. It's something that you can chat GPT. It's something that you can YouTube. Just YouTube, how do I earn 10K a month? Chat GPT, talk to Chat GPT, turn on the chat feature and say, Chat GPT, I want to go to banks with solutions that can earn them 25% or more on their money per year or 10K a month if with the right investment. What would I have to do? So then this is what you say to ChatGPT. I want to be in either real estate, investing, or give me business ideas. And you go down the rabbit hole. This may take you half an hour just talking back and forth, and it may be over multiple days. But this is what you have to do. When I was searching for my Airbnb slash VRBO slash Facebook slash short term, mid-term, long term rental business model, property management, if you will, I went on research for like 3 months and I watched every single YouTube video. I watched everything I could put my hands on because I was trying to find an answer. How could I turn this into a model that made a lot of money? And how could I scale it? And then I figured that out. And it took me actually 2 years of testing to actually perfect that model until it was actually scalable. It didn't happen overnight. But the point is, I figured it out eventually. Then once I figured out something that made sense, I went to the bank and said, hey, I need money. Give me money. And then now we're going to scale. Now we're going to take that 10K a month and turn it into 50. We're going to take that 50, turn it into 100, etc., etc. And you keep piling on and you just keep scaling. That's how you use other people's money to make yourself rich. What you don't want to do, I'll give you a warning just before you know, I'll look at the comments and stuff. What you don't want to do, this is very important. Here's what you don't want to do. What you don't want to do is take other people's money and apply it to something that doesn't directly make money without your time involved. So then what a lot of people like to do is that they'll borrow money, for example, to go to a conference. Stupid. Don't do that. Because the conference means that you need to learn something, even though that's education, yes, but don't borrow money to go to a conference. If you're borrowing money to get into a program that guarantees you an ROI, that makes sense. Going to college, as long as it's not overpriced, that makes sense. What people will spend money on, for example, is that they'll borrow money to start the tent, they'll borrow money to get rent for the first 2 months, They'll borrow money